Hey everyone, welcome to Drive Hour Review. Today we're looking at the best gaming system I've ever owned. Just received it in the mail and I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to do some great things for my video editing as well as my gaming experience. Today we're going to be looking at the unboxing, doing some benchmark tests, and of course first impressions of this fantastic Z350 package coming from iBuyPower. Let's jump over to the unboxing and see what's inside the box. I'm kind of curious how the box looks because I paid the extra $19 for better packaging based on a recommendation from some people that have had experience from iBuyPower. So, and other sites like them, you know, that do these computer packages. So I'm hoping that it is packaged well enough to reduce the amount of damage that FedEx can do. Because, you know, these guys that drive these packages around aren't really giving any TLC. In fact, I'm not seeing any, yeah, it says computer equipment inside on the box, but it doesn't say anything about handle fragilely. So it just is what it is, and hopefully there's not too much damage to the computer here. All right, so you got the thin padding on top. Yeah, see, look at this. Look how much room there is. Really, guys, you're gonna put this much room in here for this to move around because they gave me a mouse. I actually did not know I was getting a mouse. That's great. But there was a deal that since I was buying a computer, I could get this mechanical keyboard, the MEK mechanical keyboard for $5, and honestly, that's a pretty good deal for $5. So I got that, and that is hefty. We'll open that in a bit. What is? Okay, really? They're just gonna throw loosely in there the CDs. Oh my gosh, they got some confidence in FedEx. Good lord. Nice zipper bag though. Let's see here. We've got user guide for the SLI Plus, the motherboard. The quick installation guide, which is interesting because it's already installed. But they gave me all the documents for it. That's nice. Okay, nice. We got a Windows 10 disk. That's always great because if you buy it in the store, you're not getting those these days. There's our Thermaltech cooling system. Looks like it's just the manual. Thank you from MSI. You're very welcome, MSI. There's a great deal on that motherboard, by the way. There's the drivers and utilities already installed, though, of course. iBuyPower basically did everything for me. And honestly, I was going to build the computer, but it was just so expensive and took so much time to find the parts, and I was, you know, obviously I don't have a ton of time. Looks like you got some, look, MSI is really trying to sell their brand, aren't they? They even gave me some stickers that I'm supposed to, what, put on the computer? Wait till you see this computer, though. It's pretty, so I'm not going to be doing that, I'm pretty sure. There's our power cable for the computer. We'll keep that out. Everything else is going to go back in, though, because we don't need this stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm hoping this is the top. It's the way the logo goes. Alright, so here's how they package the computer. They got both sides in with a foam insert, so at least this wasn't shaking around. This is pretty solid here. And yeah, we're going to slide this out. Whew. Okay, there we go. I got it out of the box. So basically in the box, what you got is the computer itself. It's foam packaging. And that's about it. There's a random bag in there. I'm not sure why. But there was a random bag in there. Alright, here we go. So this is actually tempered glass siding. It's got that nice protective layer, which I'm going to leave on until I'm done. It just comes right off, yeah. Until I'm done actually taking care of this, but there we go. Now this system is actually pretty darn heavy right now. Quite a bit going on in here. So we are going to carefully remove this packaging. It's just foam packaging. It's not a lot going on here. And there it is, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful sight? Alright guys, check out the specs on this thing because I am excited about this device. We got inside of this slate gaming case. It's a two-sided glass panel case, but this, you know, front side obviously is the one that you're going to see through the tempered glass at all the stuff inside. We got inside this thing an RGB smart lighting kit, which I'll show you when I turn it on. It's software controlled, fantastic. It's an Intel Core i7-7700K processor, that 4.2 gigahertz processor, fantastic. It's got a Deep Cool Captain 120EX 120mm liquid CPU cooling system, as you can see right there. Very beautiful, very sleek design. What we got in here for RAM is two 8GB cards for a total 16GB with the XPG Z1. DDR4 3000 RAM, it's fantastic. For the video card, we got the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 8GB DDR5 card. It's fantastic, and it's the one that's giving me the deal for a free game I can choose from For Honor or the Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, whatever, the new one. Probably gonna go with For Honor. It was a lot of fun in beta, and I think I'm gonna have fun playing that later. I'll throw up a poll, and you guys can tell me which game should I get for free. Should I get For Honor, or should I get the Rainbow Six, the new one? The motherboard in the back there you see is the MSI Z270 SLI Plus. Comes with 3 times PCIe 3.0 ports. It's got 2 USB 3.1 generation 2 ports, 1 Type A and 1 Type C, and it's got 4 USB 3.1 Gen 1 ports. And then it's even got 2 times 2.0 USB ports. I mean, just make them all Gen 2 for now. Come on, guys. The primary hard drive for now is this 480 gigabyte Kingston UV400 SATA 3 SSD. I love SSD. I might consider putting in, you know, a hard drive at some point, but I actually probably will put in just a second SSD for now. Maybe a 850 Evo or something. Or maybe I'll just match the Kingston. Windows 10 home key on it, which is nice. I always hate paying right up, straight up for Windows, so it's nice to come with the computer. And it's got some other pre-installed software we'll take a look at. Let's jump right in and get this sucker on and take a look at its specs and make sure everything's running correctly and dive right into its performance. I got it set up on my desktop, and boy is she pretty. She's got that nice front red line coming through the front of that case, and the lights are completely controllable inside. You can change, you know, the colors and everything, and also the patterns they do, but I had a little fun for a while setting that up. But anyways, it's a nice fun feature to have on a computer that has tempered glass for the siding. All right, here we go. Welcome to the screen. So I always think it's important when you buy a computer that you check and make sure that you got all the components, all the technology that they promised you, especially if you're not putting it in yourself, right? Hopefully you know if you're making it yourself. But here we go. Check it out. iBuyPower was the manufacturer. They put it all together. The processor is indeed the i7-7700 CPU, 4.2 gigahertz, fantastic. Put in 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it's a 64-bit operating system. That's looking great. Over here, we've got the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080. Fantastic graphics card. I'm excited about that one. And it was on a great deal. Had a good sale and came with a free game. It doesn't get better than that. And right here, we just take a look at the memory, and we do indeed have a Kingston UV400 in there. You can also check that out in your device manager. And it is 480 gigabytes. Just keep in mind, you know, you lose a little bit off of the formatting. And of course, I installed some programs, so the free space is already down to 417, which is honestly why I can't do 250 gigabyte SSD drives anymore. I've got to go more. And I actually am going to throw another one in here relatively shortly, and that'll be another fun video to do. But I have been impressed already so far just on how this computer's behaved from general use. Obviously it's snappy, and I would expect no less, right? No less. But of course I haven't done anything intensive yet, like my video editing or gaming, so I'll be curious how loud it gets. It's been very quiet, but I'll be curious how loud it gets with that tempered glass siding when I do something intensive. And to that point, I actually have here Geekbench. It's a nice benchmarking program that I'm going to utilize to kind of test this out and take a look at the CPU and the GPU. Or in other words, the processor and the graphics card, right? The big two expensive items that are really in here. Actually, it was all kind of expensive. All right, so to run that benchmark, I'm going to be a good boy. I'm going to shut down all this recording software, and I will show you the results. Because obviously, it's not going to be that great of a benchmarking try if I'm running other programs besides the benchmark itself. And I actually have already deactivated updating and all that sort of stuff. So this will be good. This will be a true benchmark of what this can do, as fresh as it gets. Here we go. All right, so we finished the Geekbench benchmarking test for the CPU specifically, and I'm gonna anticipate it was probably a little bit less than it could have been as far as the scoring, just because I was running Open Hardware Monitor to watch where it was going with the CPU load. And as you can see, it did tap out the CPU to the max. It actually didn't get anywhere near 100% until about the middle of the testing, and as you can see, it actually never quite got to 100% on the second core. But here we go. Here's a single core score and the multi-score, and just to kind of show you what would be expected, the benchmark on the i7-7700K is 57. So, you know, maybe that was because I was running this Open Hardware Monitor, and I'm actually kind of tempted to run it without it. In fact, let's do it. All right, I ran it again. No difference in the scores, whether Open Hardware Monitor was opened up or not and running. And so I just ran the GPU test anyways, and fantastic stuff. I mean, that GeForce GTX 1080 is pretty awesome. Exactly what you'd expect out of the performance scores. So just look at that right there. Running raw, 15.3 gigapixels a second. I mean, it's fantastic stuff. But, you know, obviously this thing is designed and set up to take games, no problem. And that's what's nice, because video editing is a little bit different. It's a little more processor intensive as opposed to the video card. But I can do the best of both worlds with this particular device, and that's exactly why I got it. Well, there you have it, guys. The Paladin Z350 package from iBuyPower. So far, I think it's fantastic. I'm loving it. But I haven't really put it through its paces yet. So I'm downloading For Honor. I'm going to play it for a little bit, try it out, see what happens. And I'm going to think of ways I can really test the CPU and GPU to its max in real-life uses, because that's really the whole point of having this. In fact, maybe I'll even show some of the video editing and some of the live rendering it can do, because it's going to blow the Alienware Alpha i3 I have out of the water, guaranteed. In fact, anyone looking for that? Because I might sell it. Or give it away, who knows. Anyways. Alright, thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like, to comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the GTX 1080 or whatever's going on in this system. And tune in next time to Drive By Reviews. Can't wait to check out this keyboard. You know, CM Flippin had a keyboard. I think that was even better than this one. Mechanical as well, but way more customs you could do on it.